It's spring in Utah, which means a wide variety of weather. I've given you some heavy snow, right? I've given you some sunny spring-like weather. Today, grimy, wet, cloudy, cold, but good lighting. And I've got the target sets for you. Came from Mattel. They sent me a whole case so we can see the assortments and I can show off the models. And I've got, you know, since a lot of you have already found these in Target, I can, and you've seen them on YouTube, I can give you some of my background, which I like to do. So we're just going to get to it so you can kind of see the assortments. Obviously 8 per case at Target, and obviously because it's 8, they mix it up a little bit. So we've got, I think we'll just start with the Mustang set. I'm going to show you the art. This is Formula Drift. I'm going to show you the back. Those are the sets, and then you can kind of see the assortment. So there's going to be, I think, 1, 2, 3 Mustang sets. So if you hit a Target, you hit a fresh Target, you're going to get at least 3 of these, so you'll be able to get them. Like most of these 2-car sets, I think all of them so far, there's a car that we've already seen, kind of just reissued, and then a new car. I've already looked. I don't see any with the reissues with the Mustang, the Skyline, and the Roadrunner that there's anything different. Might be a subtle shade difference, but nothing too crazy. So, you know, I can show you off that car. You can look at it. This was originally in the Drift set from last year, right? This is the same. It's the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5, and both of these are the same casting. So this is the new one. This is, I think, Von Gitten's cars, right? His drift cars. We see the track, which is done nicely by Julian, and then we can look at this other one. So this is the exact same casting done in a different racing drift livery. Because I'm not a huge drift guy, I sure like the cars, but you know, all of the references on here, I mean, I know some of them, I don't know all of them, but this is the Funhaver. Is this Funhaver 2? I don't know. They've got the similar logos, you know, that both of them do. This one has the white 5 spokes on it, which I'd imagine if you're a big customizer and you want those, you can go and buy 3 of these sets and have 3 of them, right? So you can get those. And they've had them on the Supra as well. So it's very much a drift color. So that is the Mustang set. We'll go ahead and put that back. And let's get over to, I guess you would call this, I guess, the Mopar Set. 2 of them. So obviously there's going to be 3 Skylines, but there's 2 of these Mopar sets. You know, Mattel tries to predict, I think, how these are going to go, how these are going to sell. I think 3 Skylines was the obvious one. But I think this one's going to be, I mean, depending on where you are, I think this might be a pretty popular set. The repeat here is the 70 Plymouth Superbird. I'll go ahead and just show that off. Well, yeah, we can show it off right now so you can see it. I see no difference between the Team Transport one that came out a couple of years ago. Really dig this casting. Wish it was sat a little lower like the Superbird does, but I almost like this stand. Well, I'm going back and forth. I just like the casting. It's been around for a long, long time. I think 15 years. And it's pretty cool, and I'm glad that it's getting the premium treatment in these sets, and it looks really good in that 76 livery. If you look at the artwork, you got, what racetrack would that be? Do you guys know? If there is a specific reference there. With those hills in the background, you almost wonder if it's California, but I don't know. Anyway, so you've got the reverse colors with the 70 Roadrunner. Now, I like to, before we get to it, I try and find something that's comparable. And this Roadrunner casting, as far as I can tell, it's the old classic Roadrunner casting that actually, when it was in basic, had some issues, like one wheel stuck out. I'm wondering if this one has been redone. But it's been around in premium for a while. I already see the year on it is 1998, upside down there. Which begs the question, I don't have any previous versions of this casting. The only previous Roadrunner I've got is this guy. So this is the Modern Classics one, and I'll show it off because I think this casting, I guess the question is, where did this casting go? You know, it was done with the metal base for the original Modern Classics, 2008. I think Junimai did all of the new castings in that. That's where the 83 Silverado debuted. I think a serious upgrade from the previous casting, the one that we're seeing in this set. This one is lowered. It looks good. It has a really nice stance. And it would be really cool to see as a premium. My guess is that tool's lost because we haven't seen it at all. And it's a really nice casting. So we get this one, which, I mean, it's really nice to see a 70 Roadrunner in this set. I think it really fits with the Superbird, but I would wish this casting was just a little bit better. The stance is fine, but it's not as good. It's not as strong as some of the other premium castings. And it's, occasionally we'll see these pop in, which I think is great, these older premium castings. But this one could use a serious upgrade, and it seems like that tool is there ready to use. I guess Mattel doesn't have it, because I would think they would have used the lowered one, but we haven't seen it since, I don't know how long. It's been years. But you guys tell me if you like the classic 98 Roadrunner casting or that one I showed you from Modern Classics. You'll have to figure that out. All right, that is the 76 set, Mopar set, whatever you want to call it. And then we finally finish off with the Skyline set, the Nismo set, whatever you want to call it. And I'm sure some of you will say, oh, overplayed on the Skylines. No, not with this one. Because it's obvious. There's sets that we gotta go with. I mean, I already told you there's no difference between the Team Transport R34, the Nismo R34, and this one. Wheels are the same. So I'm showing you one, I'm showing you both, really. I think even the shades are the same. All of the trim on the spoiler, everything, unless I'm noticing later on. But all this is the same. So we did the Nismo, this R34, which was cool, but I think released before that. Team Transport might have been first. Maybe the R33 was next. So it makes sense if we already have a Nismo R32 or R33, a Nismo R34, that we get the R32 to complete the set. So I'm really happy that they did it. They could have done it in Car Culture set, but this one works perfectly with the R34. Maybe they could have returned with the R33. I don't know. Who cares? R34 is so popular. But I want to do a background on this R32. I didn't even pull out the basics, of which there's been a Super Treasure Hunt and a couple others. But if you look at this, starting with the Fast and Furious Premium in black, you've got quite an array of plain and iconic livery R32s. Hot Wheels has hit sweet spot after sweet spot. So you got the Fast and Furious in jet black with black rims, which looks so good. And then I think I do this in chronological order. Then it follows up with the HKS, which we did see right in Car Culture a few years ago, and then we saw it in the 2-Packs debut from last year. I mean, this R32, you would say, okay, that black one is my favorite. And then you'd see the HKS, and you'd say, no, the HKS is my favorite. And then I give you an Advan livery, and you're like, actually, no, it's the Advan livery that's my favorite. This one was from Team Transport, about a year ago? So on and so forth. This one has the 5-spoke rims on it, which looks awesome. And you go, well, no, that one's my favorite. And then you go, actually, no, maybe it's the plain white. We have plain black. Now we have plain white from the GTR diorama set from a while ago as well. Advan, HKS, plain white, plain black. And then just recently with that HKS re-release was the red Larry Chen version. Also looking cool with the gray 5-spokes. Which this color you've seen on the Skylines before. It makes perfect sense. That's the 5 releases of this casting, which is insane. And now, speaking of iconic liveries, HKS Advent, and now you have the Nismo version. This one is the first one with 10 spokes. The first time the R32 has had 10 spokes. Now we've had all those cool rims on it. Looks great with the black 10 spokes, which is a little different than the gray on the R33. And then I think it was the 6 spokes on the R34. I think both of those got those. So this one looks awesome with the 10 spokes on it. So you already have great wheels, you have great decos, and you have 3 plain versions, black, red, and white. I mean, do we need any more? I hope so. We can get them, but we don't really. It's a perfect set of premium R32s. I'm pretty stoked by them. I mean, there's other liveries they could do, and Calsonic, all that stuff. If Hot Wheels was ever able to get that licensing, I hope they do it. But there you go. That's the 2-Packs. That's the background. Which one's your favorite? Is it the R30, or is it the Nismo set? Is it the Mustang Drift set, or is it the Mopar /76 set? I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. 2-Packs are going to be really strong this year. If you haven't seen some of the others, I don't know if Hot Wheels is unveiled, but yeah, there's going to be some really good ones. All right, you guys tell me what you think. Thanks, everybody. Bye.